Nothing makes a man shut down faster than asking the question, honey, what are you thinking? Dr. Guy is here, and he's going to teach us how we can get our men to open up and talk about their feelings. Now, first off, what is it about that question, what are you thinking, dear, that makes men clam up so much?
Well, first of all, let's say it makes people clam up so much.
Okay.
But we'll talk about men as a general thing. But
Okay.
it makes people shut down because you don't know where you're going. You don't know what the person's asking. You don't know, is this going to be, are you happy with the weather, or do you love me? We don't know what the intensity of that question really means. So right away, you're catching somebody sort of emotionally flat-footed.
Okay, now is there a smarter way to ask him how he's feeling?
Yeah,
without
well,
using those exact words?
Absolutely. If you want to draw somebody out and it's an important conversation, or it's an issue that's important to you, you probably want to put somebody on notice. You want to say, you know, there's something important I want to talk about. Is this a good time? Is this a good place? Are you in the right mindset? Should we go for a walk? Do you want to go to a movie? But I've got this issue, or I've got something I want to talk about. You know, when can we do that?
Okay. Sometimes it's not even like these deep issues we have. Sometimes it's just you want to come home and talk about your day and say what happened, and they just seem,
but you see,
maybe Steve seems incapable of like paying attention.
But that's the problem, because they don't know what's coming. They don't know what you're going to pull out. A simple conversation, or I hate my job and I need to leave. Let's talk about that. You know, but when you use the same line, let's have a talk. Okay, so let's do an example.
Okay.
Let's say he comes home and he says, "You want to go for a drive?" So you go for a drive. Then, and you think, well, we're going to drive around the block. So, but he starts heading out of the city.
I'm thinking we're going to make out.
Okay, right, which would be so much better than my story.
So anyway, we're going for a drive.
So we're going for a drive, and then he starts heading out of the city. And you're thinking, oh, well, this is farther than we want. And then he pulls into like a paintball complex or something like that. And it turns out when he said, do you want to go for a drive, he meant, do you want to go play paintball?
Right.
Okay? So the next time he says, you want to go for a drive,
you're going to, where are you going?
Or you're going to say, no. Because I don't know where we're going, literally and metaphorically.
But how do you broach the subject of, I just want to talk about my day?
Then you say, I just want to talk about my day. How are you? And when you set the tone that when there's something important to talk about, there's going to be a sign, there's going to be more information, then the regular standard daily stuff people don't shy away from so much. They don't think they're going to get blindsided.
Right.
Well, what about after sex? Most times, women want to chitty chat, and men would rather watch TV or go to sleep.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, or if you're Andrea, you want to go to sleep.
You see, you guys are making my point. You're talking about these gender differences here. Some people do, some people don't.
It's a gross generalization that I'm saying, but okay, we'll say me.
Okay.
I've had friends say that they would like to cuddle.
Yes,
or
talk.
So it exists,
So then, the best time to talk about how to improve sex is not during sex or right after sex. Sometime after. The best time to talk about what goes on in the bedroom is probably in the kitchen or the living room. So you don't want to ruin a really nice, pleasant coital experience by, you know, okay, well, now I need to critique, or now I need to complain, or now I need to tell you what you've done wrong, or what needs aren't being met. You pick another time to do that.
You pick your chart out from beside the bed and check it out. This was good, this was bad.
But it might not be complaining. It might just be some bonding time, some cuddling time, some, you know, together time.
And that's perfectly, you know, obviously that's an appropriate thing to do. The trick is having a clear indication of what we're doing. What can somebody expect? Now, there's other ways you can do it. I mean, you can give clues. You can give a hint as to what's going on by starting the conversation yourself. So rather than saying, you know, what's in your head right now? And say, you know, can I tell you what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about you, and we have fancy words for everything, but we call it modeling. So you model what it is that you want to talk about, how deep you want. Well, I was thinking about the way we've been making love recently, and I wondered if we could talk about that, because I'm not feeling that great about it. Rather than, what do you think about sex? And it's like,
general question.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't say that question when you were in the bedroom.
No.
Maybe another time.
No, talk about sex in the other rooms of the house. Go to the bedroom and have sex.
We just did it. We were in the bedroom. Hey, you want to go in the bathroom with me for a minute? Because I have something to talk to you about.
You know, it's funny, because I was talking to a newlywed earlier about this whole topic about men and women and how we, you know, express ourselves. And he made a point that when he gets home, his wife just wants to talk about everything that happened during the day, and he, as much as he wants to listen, cannot hear her. And he also said that whenever she says she has a problem, he's thinking that he has to solve it.
Yeah.
And I said, why would you think you have to solve it? We just want you to go, really? You don't say. Why do they think they have to solve every problem?
Because that's the way we've been socialized. We take charge, we're decisive, we're leaders, we're problem solvers. When we're not, we're failing as guys.
Really?
Yeah, and the irony is, though, of course, we're not well trained. You guys are far more attuned to talking about feelings, yet you dump feeling stuff on us, and that's a problem we don't know how to solve. And so we try to avoid those circumstances.
But there are women who talk way too much, and I came up with a little word. It's called a chick who talks too much.
Wow.
So it came out of my mouth
Brilliant.
one day. And people who just have to constantly hear themselves talk, and then it even makes their men tune them out even more, or their girlfriends.
Yeah, and it goes both ways. There's going to be women that do that. There's going to be men. I mean, tell me there aren't men that don't love the sound of their own voice.
Oy, oy.
Hi there, how you doing?
Not you, Dr. Guy.
No, not me.
But in your practice, do you have a lot of wives come in and say, he just won't open up emotionally? It's that emotional thing we want to unlock. Does that happen a lot? And what do you say to them?
Well, not only do they say that, but they say when the emotions do come out, it's all anger and rage.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And so it's terrifying for me to bring it up now. Because if I push, then all of a sudden it's just going to come out as a big explosion. It's going to come out as a spew. So now what do? I've tried getting somebody to talk. That's a bigger issue. That's often the couple issue about how we're going to manage this between the two of you. What are your emotional needs? What emotional needs does he have that aren't being met? And again, we could change the genders here. It could be the same thing, where a woman holds it all in, and then it's an explosion. And very often, some of the clues for that is when somebody explodes about the socks on the floor. When somebody explodes because somebody brought the wrong loaf of bread home. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we don't have an issue.
That's not what the
here.
issue is.
Yeah.
It's not all about the bread. So what are some of the strategies to get someone to open up emotionally?
Modeling is one of them.
Okay.
So, you give somebody a clue as to what it is that you want to talk about. Another good strategy is to use the eye language. So, and that gets you away from criticism. The worst thing you can do when you're trying to get somebody to open up is judge their feelings. So say that I'm talking to you and I'm saying, well, I'm feeling scared, or I'm feeling worried, or I'm feeling angry.
Well, you're just ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you're not.
Yeah.
I think what you're feeling is, well, then it's just shut up.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what my feelings are. Don't tell me what my thoughts are.
Right.
If you want to hear them, don't judge them, and don't predict them that way.
Because they'll never want to share with you again if you keep shutting them down.
Well, and it's that antithetical thing. You think that you're creating an emotionally based conversation, and actually what you're doing is shutting it down.
Well, why is it hard for men to open up emotionally? Why do they wait until it turns into anger?
Think of how men are socialized.
I know they have to be tough and the breadwinner and stuff like that.
Give me a good name for an emotionally sensitive guy.
A good name for
Yeah.
Guy.
Metrosexual?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're not implying wimp,
You're
are
going to
you?
say wimp or
wimp,
metrosexual or someone who's...
something like there's no
But
positive
only
way.
guys see it like that. Women don't see it like that.
Yeah.
I don't think we see an emotionally available man as a wimp.
Right.
No.
Well, remember though that you're 50% of the world that we live in. We've also got to deal with our other tribe members.
Right.
And you guys are in a slightly different camp. You guys can be masculine. We can't be feminine. Or when we do, the risk feels better. Or I'm saying the risk feels bigger for us
right.
Yeah.
when we try to be feminine. You guys can explore masculinity. It's a tougher social dimension
Your
for
tribe
us.
should meet and have a meeting.
Yes,
and say,
talk-
men,
yes.
let's be emotional.
But I think
I'm
they
trying.
do that.
I'm working on it. Okay,
After
I'm trying.
After hockey,
Oh.
after football, after basketball, whatever your gentleman plays with his friends, they do have those moments. Because I hear the gossip after. I'm like, so you guys do talk. It's just different. We just have to understand how you guys communicate.
And remember too, you guys are more comfortable talking when, you already know the rules of your tribe. When we're finished the hockey game, we know the rules. When we go out for a drink, we know the rules. We don't have to figure it out right then. It's a safer zone. It's when we start getting things mixed up, or when it's actually a mixed group. How emotional do I be in this circumstance right now? You guys are allowed, we're not so much.
So
It's a
do we
lot of
need to
work.
be more patient when it comes to waiting for your man to open up about his feelings?
Well, I think we've all got to take on the challenge of doing emotional communication better. I think we've all, this is not explained to us in school. We're not told if we want a healthy relationship, we've got to be good at this.
Okay.
I'm asking Leo at 10 months how he's feeling.
I know.
See, you know what? Start them off early.
How does that make you feel,
Yeah,
Neil?
exactly. Well, Dr. Grenier, thank you so much. Coming up after the break, is the coffee table the new dining table? Well, we'll find out. Stay with us.
I can use some food
That
right
was
here right now.
Coffee table.
Starving.
I dated one guy.